Oh. There we go. So funny videos. So time to watch some funny videos. Starting with a cassowary.
This bird can. I ate lunch with a wild lizard.
Oh, hold on. What the hell? By the way, all these credits go to more parents. Go check them out. Cassowary.
This bird can straight hit you with a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Finish him!
Introducing the cassowary, a species of ratite native to the land down under. And for once, guys, it's not venomous. Can still flatline you though, and I'm going to tell you how. You see, these neon chickens belong to the same family of birds as the emu, and as such share their impressive size, coming in at a solid 79 kilos and growing up to 6 feet tall, meaning the short kings in my audience could, in theory, mount these things like a chocobo.
Yeah.
But what makes them stick out from emus? Well, you see, the cassowary is basically a spec ops emu, being twice the weight, highly territorial, and most importantly, coming with a combat knife strapped to their foot. That's right, this is a cassowary claw, and it's the reason they can hit you with a fighting game finisher. You see, these claws are a full 5 inches long. And you know, I mean, honestly, 5 inches, way too big for anything, and especially for something that's going inside me. And if you anger the tactical assault turkey, that is exactly what you're gonna get, as their go-to defense method is to kick you square in the gut with that kitchen knife and attempt to disembowel you. And I mean, even if the kick doesn't put your insides on the outsides, that kick is still going to send you flying, which can cause some fairly major problems. Problems like the incident that occurred in 2012, where you not, a cassowary ran up behind a random tourist, hit the heavy attack button, and kicked the guy down a small cliff into the ocean.
Oh.
I mean, luckily he survived, but the fact that I live in a country where at any point I could be hit with a sneak attack by a kaiju turkey is terrifying.
Oh, that's my keyboard. And that's me putting up my PC. Because you need to go over here. Anyway, back to it. Emus.
Australia lost a war to emus. But how? How the did we lose an armed conflict with flightless birds? Well, it all started in 1932 when farmers in Western Australia wanted to grow wheat. There was just one major problem. That's emu territory, and emus really like wheat. And coming in at 6 foot tall and 40 kilos in weight, they can eat a lot of it. So when breeding season came around, the emus migrated through the farmland, and these poor farmers were overwhelmed by a tyrannid swarm of man-sized poultry, 20,000 emus strong.
That's a big number.
These feathered tanks then proceeded to completely steamroll through the fences into the fields and started laying waste to the
Hey,
wheat.
Mason. Yeah, this guy's funny.
The farmers attempted to fight back the initial wave with rifle fire, but their efforts were, putting it lightly, completely useless. This ginormous L made the farmers pretty bloody angry, so they gathered together and went to the government to ask for help. Sir, 20,000 emus have hit the wheat fields. Fuck
me, mate.
And so the government declared the emus enemies of the state and sent in the army to commence the Great Emu War. The entire 7th Heavy Artillery Division was deployed to WA, armed with 2 LMGs, 10,000 rounds, and the sole objective to blast anything with feathers. A little bit excessive for an overgrown turkey, if you ask me, and
Overgrown turkey.
upon their first deployment, the army immediately ran into a major problem. Emus are fast.
I am speed.
Really fast, clocking a top speed of 50 kilometers an hour, which meant that once they opened fire, the emus would immediately bolt out of range of their weapons. But they still took a crack at it, and then immediately stopped when both LMGs jammed after only dropping 12 emus. This embarrassment led the army to retreat and rethink their plan. So a few weeks later they returned, this time mounting the LMGs on trucks in an attempt to run the birds down. However, this also didn't work, because after figuring out that those trucks meant they were about to be turned into a KFC family bucket, the emus started leaving scout birds who would warn the flock of the approaching trucks, which gave them all enough time to book it before the army even got there. And whenever they did catch the emus, they found out they were kind of... because emus are mostly feathers and there's a lot of places you can hit on them without doing any damage, meaning it was taking around 10 bullets for every one bird. So after a month of blood, sweat, tears and 10,000 rounds of ammunition, the army managed to bring down 960. The population was 20,000. This was an issue as, unlike America, our defense budget is not a bottomless pit. So the army had wasted all that money to achieve absolutely all. So the government just kind of built a really long, really shit fence
Back in the day, our weapons were really slow.
around the farms and called it a day. How the fuck did we lose this? I could have done a better job with a boomerang and a cricket bat.
Oh, this
Touching this plant will put you in the hospital.
I'm dying.
This is the Gimpy Gimpy plant, a piece of foliage native to the land down under. And surprising no one, not only is the thing venomous, it is in fact the most painful plant on the planet. Because yeah, no, of course man, even the fucking leaves down here have a problem with me. Growing in the rainforests of northern Queensland, these hell bushes are covered in tiny hairs that upon closer inspection aren't hairs at all and are actually thousands of hypodermic needles waiting to stab you and break off inside your skin if you so much as brush them. Once inside you, these needles will inject you with, I am not kidding, neurotoxin and cause absolutely excruciating pain. I mean like comedic levels of pain. With one person describing it as being covered in hot acid and electrocuted, and another woman saying that it was straight up more painful than childbirth and she'd given birth 4 times.
Yeah, I
and
have
the
an
f***ed up
Australian
part
friend.
is, the
And I know
neurotoxin
that.
isn't even lethal. So this spiteful of a plant is hurting you purely for the love of the game. Mind you, there are reports of people saying getting stung by this thing is actually worse than being put in the ground. This is because Groot's little hellspawn cousin here can continue hurting you for literal years after being stung. This is because those thousands of little hypodermic needles are actually made out of silicon, meaning your body can't break them down. And with how thin they are, your skin will usually close up over the top of them, meaning that these neurotoxin emitting slivers can sit inside your skin for literal years, releasing more neurotoxin any time that they're moved or disturbed. This constant, chronic, agonizing pain is so unbelievably bad that there have even been records
Also, I love how he clarifies people passing away.
of trying not to get banned here. People Alt F4ing existence to make it stop. This particular incident came from a man who accidentally used one of the plant leaves as toilet paper. I don't think it gets much worse than neurotoxin to the nuts.
Whoa. That's just... Oh, this...
This jelly,
Stupid
a gorilla, who wins? 100.
I messed up.
This jellyfish is basically a time bomb. Introducing the Irukandji, a species of jellyfish native to the northern waters of the land down under, and possibly my least favourite
Yeah, me
animal
neither,
in the
Mason.
entire ocean, because it is just a massive...
As most people say it. Oh yeah. Would you know? Oh, just... I mean, that's Australia for you. That's Australia.
spiteful Well, massive is misleading, as this little guy is tiny. I mean, ridiculously small. Being not much bigger than your fingernail at the head and basically completely f***ing invisible to the naked eye. This is a fairly major problem, because behind that halo cloak frame they are dragging 3-foot long tentacles and shocking absolutely no one.
Say the line, Bart.
It is one of the most venomous jellyfish in the ocean. I'm so f***ing tired of the stealth poison multi-classes on OCE servers, dude. This shit is broken. You see, those 3-foot tentacles are covered with tiny little barbs, and at the barest touch, they will literally propel themselves into your skin like a bullet and inject you with the Australia Special, a pina colada cocktail of various neurotoxins. And upon being injected, you will feel absolutely f***ing nothing.
Oh, that's gotta be terrifying. You've just been stung by a very poisonous jellyfish, but yet you feel nothing. The Aussies are dealing with the deadliest in any level. I mean, they managed to make it work. But still, the fact you can get stung by this thing, but you feel nothing, is honestly gonna be kind of terrifying.
You'll keep swimming around, splashing about in the water, kissing the homies, until you are overcome with a sudden, severe feeling of impending dread. I mean the kind of dread that will have you hysterically screaming that you are about to die. I am gonna die! I'm gonna die! I'm gonna f***ing die! That's because the invisible cunt here does psychic damage, inflicting a condition known as Irukandji syndrome, which starts with a feeling of impending doom so strong there are records of people asking to be, avoiding a ban here, forcibly disconnected from God's Minecraft server. And that feeling of doom is warranted because about 30 minutes after being stung, that biological bomb goes off, with the venom initially causing extreme pain throughout your entire body. And after making you feel like a failed isekai protagonist, the venom then spikes your blood pressure and heart rate through the roof, which can cause heart attacks, blood clots, and has even been recorded to cause brain hemorrhages.
And the f***ed up part is, it doesn't have an anti-venom.
This thing sneak attacks you, waits 30 minutes, sends you a private DM telling you it got your ass, and there is not a f***ing thing you can do about it.
Your voice is quite on point. What are my impression of this Aussie guy? I listen to him a lot, so you can tell I've been training.
This pigeon... Komodo dragons are horrible.
That is true.
This pigeon saved an entire army battalion.
Heroes never die.
Introducing our protagonist, Jeremy, a carrier pigeon who was in the employ of the US Army Signal Corps during World War I. You see, back in the oldie times, radio technology was, so carrier pigeons were still the meta for DMing the homies memes over distance.
Oh, we got
Which is how, in 1918, our feathered little shock trooper here ended up in France, with 500 US soldiers stuck 3 kilometers behind enemy lines, completely cut off from supply and reinforcement in a 7-day shootout. You see, Jeremy's battalion, juiced up on freedom and red crayons, had overextended and become trapped, surrounded on all sides by German soldiers. And to make matters worse, being stuck behind enemy lines meant they were now on the receiving end of US defense spending, being absolutely hammered with friendly artillery. Now, stuck as
if he gave you his script, I wouldn't have noticed the difference.
far away as they would have had more luck using their radio as fucking nunchucks than a comms device. So they began sending out carrier pigeons in an attempt to tell command to stop f***ing shelling them and help on the point. However, the Germans were having none of that shit and shot every single carrier pigeon the battalion sent out of the air like they were running an AIM Labs warm-up. Until only one remained. Jeremy. Desperate and rapidly running out of soldiers, the battalion wrote a message and attached it to Jeremy, sending him into the air and watching him sail above the trees. And just when they thought he was clear, some f***ing sweat on the German side nailed him. The battalion watched in horror as their last hope spiraled out of the sky. The bullet tore straight through Jeremy's center of mass, destroying one eye, punching a hole through his chest, and blowing off one of his legs. and this giga chad of an animal tanked it.
Do you have any ibuprofen? I got a headache.
The Marines watched in awe as this mangled pigeon picked itself out of the mud and managed to fly clear of German fire. Cherami made it the whole way back to base, delivering the message and saving a total of 194 soldiers. Not only did he get the job done, but he lived. He was granted one of the highest military honours the French army could provide and sent into retirement with his trainer. And when he eventually did pass several years later, he was preserved and placed in the Smithsonian, where you can go see him today.
There he is. Absolute legend.
Crocodile.
Oh.
Crocodiles are just dinosaurs that forgot to go extinct. I am dead serious, and I cannot think of a croc species to better make my point than the saltwater crocodile, a species native to the land down under, and shocking absolutely no one, yes, it can and will eat you. You see, keeping on theme with the whole forgetting to go extinct thing, the salty stat spread just feels like something that should have been patched out with the rest of Jurassic Park, starting with their ridiculous size. You see, salties are the largest reptile on the planet, coming in at a total of 6 meters long with a maximum weight of 1,100 kilos, which makes this murder lizard genuinely longer than my car. And the up part is that despite being longer than my ute, they are for some reason absolute masters of stealth. You see, crocs are ambush predators, which is a scientific way of saying they are dirty campers. You see, they've got 2 raised eyes that sit on the top of their heads, which means they can submerge their Ford Falcon-sized frame basically entirely under the water without sacrificing the ability to spot whatever they are looking to turn into a Happy Meal. And from your perspective as the Happy Meal, they are really difficult to see, which makes it very easy to walk just a little too close and, get bitten in half by that hydraulic press they call a mouth.
That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
That's right, just like any good camper, these scaly assholes are packing a one-shot in the form of one of the highest bite forces of any animal on the f***ing planet. Having been recorded at putting out a maximum of 3,700 psi of force through their jaws. To put that into context, your skull will crack at 1,100 psi, so a croc would pop your head like a watermelon. And if you don't immediately get folded by the first bite, those jaws will latch onto you as the croc begins a death roll, spinning its ton of body weight like a washing machine until whatever part of you it has decided to eat snaps off and is added to its protein goals. But the best thing about the crocodile is their build is so f***ing good. They have genuinely been around with very little evolutionary change for 65 million years. Which means I grew up watching Steve Irwin wrestle dinosaurs for fun. Rest in peace, you absolute f***ing legend.
Next one, I think we'll go... Yes.
This seal is such a menace that he routinely gets the cops called on him.
Neil.
Introducing our protagonist, Neil the Seal, a 600-kilo absolute unit of a southern elephant seal from my home state of Tasmania in the land down under, who is known for, above all else, being an absolute fucking menace to polite society. But despite his crimes, we all still truly love him. But what are his crimes? Well, see, he seems to just fucking hate traffic cones and road safety in general, has regularly been caught trespassing, and then once he has been caught trespassing, belligerently screaming at locals because they won't give him his fucking fish, and has been known to just block roads by plopping his fat ass down directly in the middle of them. However, hands down, the funniest shit he has ever done was just straight stopping this random lady from going to work. I shit you not. This motherfucker crawled out of the ocean, up the beach, crossed the road, absolutely fucking bodied this woman's poor letterbox, and then proceeded to plant himself directly in front of her fucking car. She was then unable to go to work because this half-ton beefcake was camping her driveway for so damn long. Local news had time to drive out to her house and cover the fucking story. Now, this is a lot of menace for a single seal to cause, but the funniest part of this is, old mate isn't even fully grown. He's like 5 years old. If you think he can fuck things up now, wait till he's nearly 2 solid-ass tons of blubber and takes issue with the wall of your house. I do not think that seal damage is covered on my fucking insurance plan, dude.
Koala.
Koalas are really dumb. In fact, Australia's fuzzy icon is probably the dumbest thing on the planet. And that stupidity starts with their diet, because of all the things they could have chosen to eat, they chose to eat nothing but straight up poison. You see, koalas feed exclusively on eucalyptus leaves, which, shocking no one, are highly toxic, because they are full to the brim with eucalypt oil, which is so fucking poisonous that as little as 3.75 mil is enough to land you in the afterlife, with the Reaper asking you why the fuck you felt the need to eat a leaf.
Why?
Oh, it's also highly flammable and burns like napalm, because Australia. Now, despite nature putting up this giant do not eat sign, that did not stop the koala, because he can't fucking read. This suboptimal bulking diet not only gives the koala all in the way of nutrition, but also requires their body to rest to filter out the toxins so they don't fucking cark it. Yeah. Meaning they need to spend upwards of 18 hours a day sleeping in order to just digest their fucking food. These dumbasses spend most of their life in a food coma. That is, however, if they even get to the food to begin with, because they are so mind-numbingly brain dead that they will not recognize a eucalyptus leaf as food unless it is on the branch. I could give this dumbass a lifetime supply of food, and if it wasn't on a stick, he would starve to death. It should come as no surprise.
Why? Just... Why? Does it really have to be that specific? If it is on the actual branch, it's the same type of leaf. It's the same leaf. Why is it gonna be on a branch? That's so stupid. Why does it have to be on a branch for it to eat it? What if a eucalyptus leaf falls? Like, it's there, it's free food. That ain't on a branch, they get ain't food. Oh, Australia is an interesting world.
To you at this point that the koala has such an esky temperature IQ that they literally have a smooth brain.
And that's cursed.
The thoughts slide right off of this dumb c***. I love him. Koalas.
Now for a funny murder drone video.
Asana helps your team manage.
Don't care.
Hey, fellas! Ooh, deal me in. I love rummy. Wait, no, I'm going to murder everyone.
I don't know why it's
You
doing this.
need name, remember? I made a terrible mistake. It's cool how immediately I could tell.
You corrupted as well.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Jay. Always looking out for me.
Damn, bro got double crossed.
You're awesome. I'm sorry. I ruined your card game, then made you have an awkward moment with your dad.
Do you want to know what else this guy did? The music.
In the
Yeah. When I first saw this, I was like, oh mate, this is funny. The little like bird music.
The same way you're about to fix it.
I love doing it.
anything.
Quit saving me!
There's no way you
Seriously,
actually catch that knife.
don't do that again.
Uzi.
Okay, here comes some funny sound effect.
Okay, your turn!
These are all not fake laughs. That is the perfect sound effect to use. Just yeah, and then
Твоя помощь нужна.
Can you set me free? Will you? Can we talk about this?
just wait. Oh, the damn fun. I know the perfect mean to go along with this. Yes. Perfect mean for this.
The people I care about are in danger. Our enemies have become stronger. No more Mr. Nystrom! It's time to make the fandom consider my hot, evil, true form!
He's a doogie.
Oh, Jay, you're sometimes kind of mean to me, and I wish you weren't. Just some constructive criticism.
Nice.
It was at this moment that he knew he f***ed up. Oh my god!
Ah, my mind's in a weird place! Don't read this! Ah! I'm so sorry. Have fun repressing this?
Ew! What the hell?
So, N. I'm an angsty,
I forgot about that one.
rebellious disassembly drone now.
Let's go, Anne. Everyone here can bite me.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Uzi.
Shut it.
What'd you find?
Did you know that was a pilot hat?
I was the pilot? That's awesome!
I
crashed and ruined everything. Spaceship pilot.
Origin story.
I do want to be dapper. But no!
I don't know if that was on purpose or it was just trying to be like, no, like with the palm over his head and the hand like up. I don't think it was meant to dab. I don't think it was meant to dab.
That's why you had me find these? We can't interact with the workers anymore, V. We're too dangerous. No time! Dapper N. Spaceship pilot!
Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Spaceship pilot! Did you just slap me with that arm? Sorry, it's just my, head kinda hurts. You're a little, short for a disassembly drone. I'm Serial Designation N. Nice to meet you. I'm
kind of the leader of the squad in this city. That's not true. Everyone tells me I'm useless and terrible. I also can't seem to remember the past 3 hours of my life. No, but I'm sure that'll sort itself out.
Right. Hey, let's go in that landing pod over there.
Sure, I love doing anything. Talking about what? Consider it, repressed. No worries, I'm in, but the whole letter is a lot to remember. So, obviously a lot of mutual respect there.
N, you're worthless and terrible. And if the company allowed it, I would straight up kill you myself.
Jenny's awesome. Outside of the corpse wall thingies.
And here are the buttons! Bro became Dream. Bro is speedrunning Minecraft like there's no tomorrow.
Vanished! Has my dad been saying I'm grounded?
Genocide robot?
I'm sorry.
Oh, alright. Just don't do it again. Get in here, you
goobs.
Easy there, buddy.
Ow.
Up we go.
Oh yeah, that sound effect. Ow.
Up we go.
After the first letter of my name. I'm N. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'd be O. I'd be O. Nice to meet you.
We'll stick together.
Don't fucking touch it!
E. Hey Galaxy. Also voice impression income.
Plus, my voice is more like...
All the edits are perfect.
Oh! Not like it killed anyone.
Oh, no, I definitely...
Kidding! Just avoid another whole spire. Baby steps. I am! Uzi is! She's a kid!
Oh.
Like us, V! What is wrong with you?
Yeah, do what they say. Do what they say. Sub. Anyway, back to this guy.
Crocodiles are just dinosaurs.
E. Death. Anyway, back to this guy. I think we need a certified Australian moment.
Australia has a lot of spiders, but recently we found a new one, because of course we fucking did. And the new one is the most certified Australian moment I've ever seen. For a bit of context, one of the several thousand spiders for...
Jeez. Yeah, you can definitely tell Australia is Spider HQ.
species we are home to is the Sydney funnel web, the deadliest spider on the planet. Because of course it's down here. Where the fuck else do you think you were going to find it? These scary looking fuckers are highly venomous and can flatline you with a bite in 15 minutes.
Bro really looked up a cheat code on how to kill.
And if you think wearing thick clothes will save you, be aware the bastards have fangs long enough to punch through shoe leather. Now, why do I bring these little nightmares up? What is the one thing worse than a spider rocking armor-piercing rounds that can send you to heaven with same-day delivery? A bigger spider rocking the same perk setup. That's right, Australian scientists have found a brand new species of this funnel web that is even bigger. How much bigger? Well, the standard Sydney funnel web grows to around 5 centimetres or 2 inches. And I mean, if you're asking me, 2 inches is more than enough. 2 inches is actually fucking huge. By comparison, this is the new one. It's twice the fucking size, cunt! 4 inches of 8-legged menace to the animal kingdom. But that isn't even the best part. You see, do you know what they named this thing? Do you know what professional scientist named a supersized version of the most dangerous spider on the entire fucking planet?
I'll let you lot take a guess first. What do you think they named it? Because the normal one was called the Sydney funnel web. So what do you reckon they called a 2 times size bigger spider rocking the same armored rounds with the same venom that could send you to heaven with 7-day delivery? The answer is
The Newcastle Big Boy. Deadliest spider on the entire fucking globe. Big Boy. Only in
Australia. Yeah, the Newcastle Big Boy. Oh, God, this guy makes such funny things. Platypus.
Platypus are weird, but I'm not sure you quite understand just how fucking weird. See, everyone knows the basics. They lay eggs, they sweat milk, and they look like God hit randomizer on the spore creature creator and just called it a day. But you see, mate, that's barely even scratching the surface of weird platypus features. First up, as is the qualifier for any Australian animal, did you know they're venomous? No, I'm not fucking with you heard me correctly. Male platypus actually have venomous spurs on their hind legs. These spurs are multi-purpose, acting as defense from predators, as well as a tool for throwing hands with other male platypus during mating season. And while their venom is non-lethal, that doesn't mean that getting stung by them doesn't fucking suck. See, platypus venom can cause extreme pain and swelling, and to ensure you remember not to fuck with them again, these effects can last for several months and have no treatment or anti-venom. So if Perry stabs your shit, your only option is to cry about it. Next on the list of offensive capabilities, I shit you not, platypus share the same hunting method as sharks. You see, that big-ass bill isn't just for show, as it contains enough surveillance equipment to make the CIA blush. Possessing the ability to sense changes in pressure in the water, but most importantly, containing electroreceptors that track electrical signals from muscle contractions made by their prey. Meaning that when whatever they're chasing starts quaking in fear, they know about it. And last but not least, as if those things weren't already unbelievable, we recently discovered something new. Platypus are fucking biofluorescent. They glow. If you hit these things with a black light, they go bright fucking green. And the best part of that is, we have no clue why they do it. I guess it just means Perry was a biblically accurate platypus man. I'll give up, man. Who fucking designed this thing?
As you're saying, Perry, I think there was a comment somewhere. Yeah, look at this comment here. Look, Doofenshmirtz is a fucking goat for taking that venom all these years. Oh my God.
This is the deadliest snake in the world. Introducing the inland taipan, and being the deadliest venom noodle in the world, I will give you exactly one guess as to where it's found.
Yeah, where is it found? Oh wait. I love how he did this. So he's like, take a guess on where it's found.
It's Australia, of course. It's fucking Australia. Be so serious here. Where the else did you think you were going to find it? Canada? More specifically, as the name suggests, the taipan is found inland in the outback. Luckily, extremely far from civilization, because this homicidal hospital hose is the definition of size doesn't matter, because despite having extremely small fangs for a venomous snake, coming in at only 6.2 millimeters, the taipan is here to show you that you absolutely can feel less than an inch, because those fangs contain the statistically deadliest snake venom on the fucking planet. Yeah, taipan venom is a pina colada of pain, containing, but not limited to, hemo...
I don't know why, but I'm just gonna turn the tabs up so you can actually look up what the hell they are. So, why not? Hemotoxin. I even spell it right. Yes. Hemotoxin. Ah, lovely. Yeah, that's just... Yeah, that's lovely.
Toxins cause blood clots.
Everything just has toxin in it. Myotoxin. Again. Lovely.
Toxins for paralysis and necrosis. Nephrotoxins.
Yep. Well, that one.
Paralysis and
Any captions on?
necrosis.
Necrosis. Don't look this up. We're gonna do the one thing he told us not to do. Net. Bro. Says. Ah, again, lovely.
Nephrotoxins.
What the hell? Nep. Bro. Everything just has toxin. Toxin. Ah, lovely.
To shut down your kidneys, and 3 different kinds of fucking neurotoxin. Needless to say, if it bites you, you will get a headache, vomit up the entire contents of your stomach, collapse to the ground in agonizing pain, and then your heart and lungs will stop, sending you to meet God in under 15 minutes. And that venom is so fucking potent that one bite contains enough toxin to do that to 100 people. But the funniest part of this snake's venom is that in the wild, they only hunt rats and fucking mice. The deadliest venom on the planet, and they are using it to pack up Remy the rat. It's like hunting a rabbit with a fucking AWP.
That's the cutest f***ing thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I don't know, oh my god, that timing. Oh yeah, I think we need to do some stuff like a try not to laugh challenge. You need to play along with me.
Crunches, when it crunches.
Again, all credit goes to
Crunches, when it crunches.
Back in one more
That's
jet.
why I love Nestle Crunch.
Cross-walking alien! Where?
Yes.
It's a big tornado. Are you ready, Larry? This is going to be delicious. This is a candy corn tornado. Yum, yum. Yeah, that was corny.
Avengers!
Assemble.
What would you do if there was a child right in front of you?
Why is everyone
This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's watermelon inside a watermelon. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's a banana next to a banana.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Oh, no, 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 no.
I'm not gonna give up yet. If fish can live underwater, then so can I.
Hey, yo, buddy. You want this cheese and fool? Oh my god! Hey! Cut it out!
Average.
Cut it out!
Average
I just wanted to
thing.
know if you wanted the cheese and...
Easy, crunchy satisfaction.
I want to be the fastest dwarf in the world.
Oh, Home Alone.
Oh, these are pretty cool bananas.
Alright, come on, over the plate. Let's see the old stuff here, pal. Come on now. Chuck 'em, baby. Hum, baby, hum, baby. Here's the pitch.
Ian, out of here!
Are we there yet?
Not yet. Oh, this one. Oh,
Are we there
this
yet?
one.
Not yet.
This one.
Are we there yet?
Takes a dark turn.
yet.
Are we
This
there
one
yet?
takes a dark turn.
Let's play a game.
Look at where we are.
Congratulations. On the worst dish in this competition so far.
Today's secret ingredient is
Could we interest you in some chocolate?
Chocolate? Did you say chocolate?
Yes, sir. With or without nuts.
Chocolate? Chocolate! Chocolate! Josh!
Scar! Brother, help me!
Long live the king.
Finally, now I can keep these pennies to myself. What the hell?
I smell pennies. My head, after my eyes, this isn't even funny.
Harry, you won't let go of me.
Bring out the olive.
Bring out the olive.
I think it worked.
Gonna catch me riding dirty.
There's no way that should work.
Hello.
I'm going to eat you.
Marco!
Polo.
Marco!
Polo.
Marco!
Polo.
Marco!
BlackBerry or Samsung? BlackBerry. BlackBerry or HTC? BlackBerry.
Your hot dog tastes like a piece of wood. Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters!
Yeah. Sure, step aside, kid. We're in a...
Right here, accordion mode. You do know this. I don't honestly care for these. They just ruin everything.
The entire time I knew him, he only ever had one goal. To wipe out half the universe. Just like that.
Tell me his name again.
Christopher Robin.
Millie's my favourite. Look how calm she is as well.
Yeah, I think that's enough of this. Yes. Violence. But this guy has, again, all credit for these. We'll go to this guy. This guy does the Discord meme basement soap. Oh my god. Need to find a good one. This needs to be a Discord meme basement. Where's the Discord meme basement? Yeah, why not?
That kind of looks like the Battle Pass. Yeah, it does look
Battle
like
Pass,
the
here we go, here we go.
Yeah, it does look like the Battle Pass.
Is that chicken?
Full send. Was not expecting that.
What are you doing, Step?
Chicken. Perfectly timed Discord memes. You live, you lose. Now let's get started. What could go wrong? Welcome back yet again to this.
Everyone's famous last words. What could possibly go wrong? He's just doing his introduction. We need to get to the first meme.
We're starting off with Minecraft movie. It's been taking over my entire YouTube channel thanks to the meme chaos lately. Full send. What could go wrong?
Who are you?
And worst of all, chicken jockey.
Shut your damn mouth, chat! This is exactly how we're starting right now. I'm about to end this video. I'm about to just rage quit and end this video. What the hell is this? What the hell is even that? Did you enjoy that, chat? Did you enjoy that? One in the chat if you enjoyed that. Two in the chat if you're...
I am Steve.
Two in the chat if you're leaving right now. Son of a bitch! You can type as many ones as you want, but guess what? You're leaving. You're leaving. Bye-bye. Wow, look at that! My brain cells left and so did chat.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Can't get much worse than this now, can it? What is this?
10%.
10% power. What could go wrong at 10%? See? They're safe. Oh, this might be sketchy.
The boogeyman. Oh, hell nah.
I see what you did there, chat. Okay, so not diabolical yet, bro. It's just
69.
Oh no. Oh, full send.
That's the stuff you gotta watch out for. You never know who's gonna perfectly time something.
It's not the Discord meme basement without a few explosions now, is it? Here it is, chat.
Unleash for fire that burns down the whole town.
What's this?
Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like clouds are not supposed to look like this. Hold
What's
on,
it look like?
How do
What's the plot
how do I
twist here?
switch it? Double tap.
This is going to be a try not to rage challenge today, isn't it? This is actually going to be a try not to rage challenge. We just got perfectly meme timed.
Oh, Mason, you are doing good. This is going to be hard for you. Meanwhile, I'm quite good at being made to laugh.
Pranked on the third meme of the day after we already got rickrolled once by Jack Black from the Minecraft. What is this? What the hell is this? When your son is misbehaving. Okay, this at least looks like it's not going to be a prank on me.
Police, put your hands up.
That is a cat. That is a cat.
I see what they're doing.
Put your hands up.
I'm not tweaking.
Shogun, you're under arrest.
Oh no! Yeah, I think we're all tweaking after that. I think we're all tweaking, bro. Okay, we're outside. Everyone tie your shoes. What are they looking at? What's on the side?
Road work. End road work. End road work.
You tell him. You tell him.
End road work.
Let's go! Oh, what in the world? The hamburger phone.
If I called you on the cheeseburger phone,
Who's hungry?
would you let us have a conversation, or would you let
Sounds
us
like the
go
root beer
to
guy.
voice Mayo? If I
Okay.
Sir, this is the Wendy's.
Burger.
on the cheeseburger phone, would you wanna catch up?
Oh, stop it!
Or would you say that we have beef and you wouldn't ask.
Yeah, the cheeseburger phone doesn't have buns, it has puns.
Would you
chat? Ah, okay.
write the voicemail? What would you do?
This is definitely the root beer guy.
What would you do?
What would you do, chat? What would you do? That's crazy. I guess that's how you communicate at the drive-thru, huh?
What do you call a rabbit with fleas? Bugs Bunny. Ha 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 ha, I cracked myself up.
Brain after too many jokes like that. Lightning McQueen forgetting to renew his car insurance. Full send.
What?
Ka-chow to renew right canal.
Lightning McQueen.
There it is, there it is.
You're off to the scrapyard.
200-300 Empire.
Today. Okay, accurate! Accurate! Alright, we are sweeping up. When you're done sweeping, I need to see you in my office. I wonder what they want.
Oh, what?
Sweep everything. Everything must be swept.
You've got mail.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's no gas in it.
The ghost of the goo!
That's exhausting. Get it? The exhaust in the car. I love this guy. The best video game meme.
Guys out quietly.
I love the sound effects. Hand to hand. Here we go. Press E, chat. Press E. Oh, not the skillet. That is so loud. That is the loudest way to take out the enemy ever.
Hey, I saw that.
The camera doesn't. Ah!
You missed.
Not the Titanic song. Oh, no, not the Titanic, please. Oh. This is difficult for me, but look. Oh, wait, there's a. Okay, we're just going to ignore everything.
Chicken jockey! No, this is Bobby Orlando.
Yes,
Using
Bobby
100 random
Orlando.
objects as a basketball. Wait, what? Bros lost their mind. I love Bobby Orlando. Full send.
2, 7, 8, 11,
If anyone plays a meme, it's automatically perfectly timed. There's no way you miss. Like, see what I'm saying? Was that a launcher? That was an actual log. That was an entire bike.
You've got mail.
I'm just imagining this is at like the local park and there's literally a full 5-on-5 game of kids just like that stopped playing to stare at Bobby Orlando throwing things at the backboard. That's what I'm saying.
I know, Mason.
Imagine.
These nuts.
That was a pumpkin. Not the latter. I mean, honestly, this or garage sale, probably this, right? This is so much more entertaining. So I think that was that a deck of cards. That was a deck of cards. Why have we moved locations? You know, the cops were probably called. That's why. Not the at the end. Hey, icing on the cake. You gotta love Bobby Orlando. Pure chaos. Nobody does it better. What is it?
Yeah, you go. Yeah, no one. Bro's aim kind of shot. Yeah, that's Bobby Orlando for your. Hey, Bobby or. Yes. We have a look at this. This is what it looks like when you use a TV as a basketball. Yes. Yes.
This is what it's like when you use a bathroom vanity
as a basketball. Almost everything he uses is a basketball.
This
is what it looks like when you use a metal shovel
as a basketball. Hey, it's still up.
This is what it looks like when you use a wooden ladder
as a basketball.
This is what it looks like when you use a jewelry box as a basketball.
Okay, I almost laughed.
Okay, this is what it looks like when you use a dishwasher
as a basketball. Oh god, we got a couch.
This is what it looks like when you use a couch
as a basketball. Nah. Oh, another chair.
This is what it looks like when you use a recliner chair
as a basketball. Hey! Hey, it stayed. Okay, never mind.
This is what it looks like when you use a bookshelf
as a basketball.
This is what it looks like when you use a washing machine
as a basketball.
This
stupidity
is what it looks like when you use a storage cabinet
as a basketball. Hey, it stayed.
This is what it looks.
It stayed. Oh man, Bobby Orlando. He's just seen what stuff he could turn into a basketball.
This is what it looks like when you use a folding table as a basketball. This is what it looks like when you use a ceiling fan as a basketball.
Oh, no. Hey! 3 points.
This is what it looks like when you use a ceiling. This is what it looks like when you use a dolly cart
as a basketball.
This is what it looks like when you use a lamp as a basketball. This is what it looks like when you use a sink as a basketball.
Just throw random stuff. Yeah, exactly.
This.
Oh, the camera helps.
This is what it looks like when you use an office chair as a basketball. This
hey,
is what it
3
looks like
points.
when you use a crowbar as a basketball.
That's gotta go through. Oh.
This is what it looks like when you use an air conditioner as a basketball.
Oh. Bro got eliminated.
This is what it looks like when you use a door as a basketball.
That poor basketball
is what it looks like when you use an ironing board as a basketball.
Oh, almost.
This.
Oh, where is it now?
This is what it looks like when you use a foosball table as a basketball.
Oh no.
This is what it looks like when you use a TV console
as a basketball. That poor ape.
This is what it looks like when you use a lavoured door. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not too sure. I looked it up on the internet.
As a basketball. The hoop survives another day.
Is what it looks like when you use a bathtub as a basketball.
That's gonna be quite heavy.
This is what it looks like when you use a slide as a basketball. This is a water bottle flip.
Hey.
Highlighter flip.
Hey.
Lamp flip.
Wait, what?
This is a water bottle. Welcome back to episode 1 of Me. This.
What Nissan did he steal that from?
This is what it looks like when you use a car hood as a basketball. This is what it looks like when you use a wooden folding chair as a basketball. This is what it looks like when you use a folding chair as a basketball.
Wait, what? Oh, he got us.
This.
You say you feel bad for the hoop. He just got annihilated. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
This is what it looks like when you use a filing cabinet as a basketball. This is what it looks like when you use a computer monitor as a basketball.
Oh no. Hey, 3 points.
This is what it looks like when you use a bedroom dresser as a basketball. This is what it looks like when...
But that was his newest one. Oh man, Bobby Orlando. So funny. Wait. I saw... Wait. Nope. Frick. What was that one? I saw like the bit at the end of a... Give the hoop a break. Washing machine as a basketball? Nope, I don't want that. I saw like that like funny one, but like Beverly Cut screams, yes.
This is advanced physics, right?
What are you... What are you...
Fucking win!
Man.
You should say sorry.
I like your hair.
Oh, this old thing? Yeah, it's actually just an exposed nerve ending, but thanks.
Now you got yourself 2 cells, each one with a nucleus that has all the chromosomes. Whoa, did you see that? It looked like the scream of a night demon.
One man to attack. Super soft rubber on. Now ready to attack. Wait, what's the problem? There's a wheel in the...
I don't know what language that is.
Ich hab's möglich gemacht. Ich weiß nicht wie, Ritzmann.
Brauchen wir...
What's that?
Hola. Is Zuko here?
Yeah. What the hell?
That is looking a little tired, don't you?
If you spell applesauce with
Stick
just
bug.
A's, you can call it.
Oh.
I can lift! I can lift!
Please, Caleb, pull the dildo out. Please, pull it out.
What is this pulling out? It just feels good.
Yep, and it brings down the skin's temperature. See how it kind of got stuck on the beard?
What do you mean everyone's busy? My baby's on.
Now you die.
I'm the imposter.
Okay, note to self, do not step in holes. Seriously, let us handle this. You'll be safer in the back.
I gotta say, I do feel pretty safe back here.
This has been how not to draw Mickey Mouse.
You guys mind filling up for me?
Drive straight through this and see if we survive. Uh-oh. We don't.
That sounds like you're gonna fall.
This fucking dog, man.
Oh! The door. If you're haunted, say.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah!
Back enjoying Dead Space so far?
Damn.
Damn. Nothing. Oh, but I made you laugh.
Oh no. Oh god, cats.
Hello, how's it going?
I'm scared.
You should be scared because your test results are in.
Oh no.
They're not looking good. You're my 5th case this week. Yep. It looks like you've been diagnosed with a full case of Reddit moderator syndrome.
Give all your belongings to my mate in the other window.
Oh, how long have you been there? Your mate? I don't know if I want to give it to your mate here.
Excellent.
No, that's my everything! I brought everything for here! That's everything I own!
Are you a magician? Maybe. Can I show you a meta trick? Sure. Pick a number and then roll a set of cards.
3 of aces.
3 of aces?
No, boss. 3 spaced.
Forget about it, man.
Wait, what?
Yo, what's up? I got a question for you.
Yeah?
Was this the card that you were thinking of?
What?
Oh no, that's gonna be a bad thing. Yep, got it.
You aren't gonna shoot that gem, are you?
Yeah, in the gem. Why?
Listen, you don't have to be the bad guy, Jack.
Another word, and I'm shooting your lion.
You can't just kill a lion.
Yes, I can kill a lion. Watch.
Look at me. This isn't you.
Oh, Steven. It is.
Wait for it.
Yeah, realistically.
Jesus, you're running out there so haphazard!
Reload, quick!
Okay, go! What are you doing?
I wonder. It's been 7 days. I haven't been able to log in. If I don't log in, chat.
You want to eat food in America? Please, look farther none than Dunkin' Dunce. America run no dun-dun. Spubby, Eve Freef. Wheaties old-fashioned Hergus Burgus. Bubgerkurg. Have it, in a way. Tinkle outside the Binkle at Taco Baco. Apple Bapples ne Borhor Gribben Bib. Inut Oot Burbch. McNaldo's. I like the it. A and A.
I am Melania, Blade of Mikola. And I have never known defeat.
I am Germa, Sword of Edward.
¿Sabías que un tenedor pincha, pero una cuchara no?
Sí, ¿sabías que si yo tiro esta almohada al piso, no va a volver?
A Civil War cake. Of course it uses lard. Why not? Honey, call the police. 2 cups of raisins. It's always the raisins. Add 1 egg of lard. What are you feeding your chickens? You happy, sister?
This. Wow, we watched so much. Wait, was it? Yes. Oh, the damn phone, just yes. It's just. I don't know why I find these funny. There's dropping cigar. Someone's just soldier and it's just. I don't know why I find it funny. Either way, we're back.
Crocodiles are just dinosaurs that forgot to go extinct. I am dead serious, and I cannot think of a croc species to better make my point than the saltwater crocodile. A species native to the land down under, and shocking absolutely no one. Yes, it can and will eat you. You see, keeping on theme with the whole forgetting to go extinct thing, the Salties stat spread just feels like something that should have been patched out with the rest of Jurassic Park. Starting with their ridiculous size. You see, Salties are the largest reptile on the planet, coming in at a total of 6 meters long with a maximum weight of 1,100 kilos. Which makes this murder lizard genuinely longer than my car. And the f***ed up part is that despite being longer than my ute, they are for some reason absolute masters of stealth. You see, crocs are ambush predators, which is a scientific way of saying they are dirty f***ing campers. You see, they've got 2 raised eyes that sit on the top of their heads, which means they can submerge their Ford Falcon-sized frame basically entirely under the water without sacrificing the ability to spot whatever they are looking to turn into a Happy Meal. And from your perspective as the Happy Meal, they are really difficult to see, which makes it very easy to walk just a little too close and, get bitten in half by that hydraulic press they call a mouth.
That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
That's right, just like any good camper, these scaly assholes are packing a one-shot in the form of one of the highest bite forces of any animal on the f***ing planet, having been recorded at putting out a maximum of 3,700 psi of force through their jaws. To put that into context, your skull will crack at 1,100 psi, so a croc would pop your head like a watermelon. And if you don't immediately get folded by the first bite, those jaws will latch onto you as the croc begins a death roll, spitting its ton of body weight like a washing machine until whatever part of you it has decided to eat snaps off and is added to its protein goals. But the best thing about the crocodile is their build is so f***ing good. They have genuinely been around with very little evolutionary change for 65 million years. Which means I grew up watching Steve Irwin wrestle dinosaurs for fun. Rest in peace, you absolute f***ing legend.
Yes.
This bear was actually a soldier. But how? You see, it was 1942, and the 22nd Polish Artillery Company were passing through the mountains of Iran, on their way to the front lines to fight the Nazis. While passing through a town on their way, they were stopped by a young Iranian shepherd, looking to trade with them for rations and a Swiss Army knife. When the Poles asked what he had to offer in return, the young shepherd produced a burlap sack containing an orphaned Syrian brown bear cub. You see, this bear's mother was shot by hunters, which is how he ended up in a low-tech Pokeball being offered as a trade deal. The Polish looked at the bear and, clearly seeing the potential for insane dad lore, said, "Damn good deal." And in the most worthwhile trade deal in history, parted ways with their supplies in exchange for a f***ing Pokemon, adopting him into their ranks and naming him Wojtek. And the 22nd immediately set about raising this little man as a proper bear and soldier. Maggots! As a baby, they would feed him condensed milk out of an empty vodka bottle, as well as feeding him on the cartoon bear diet consisting of fruit, honey, and marmalade. They also appointed a soldier as his caretaker, who wasted no time in showing Wojtek how to fit in with the rest of the army, teaching Yogi's little cousin to wave, salute, and even march. While not undergoing rigorous military training, Wojtek would hang out with the soldiers. He drank coffee with them in the morning, trained with them in the day, and when they all got shit-faced in the evening, he would wrestle with them. Do you know how much a brown bear has to love you to wrestle you? On top of double rations, they would also feed Wojtek treats in the form of beer and cigarettes. They let the bear have smoko. Eventually, Army High Command heard about this and were having absolutely none of it. You see, pets were not allowed in the army, which meant Wojtek had to go. Or did he? Because the 22nd Artillery Company officially enlisted him.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
Wojtek was given a serial number and granted the rank of private, so when confronted about the very conspicuous bear in their ranks, they simply went, "That's not a bear, that's Private Wojtek." And Wojtek took his new role very seriously, as during the Battle of Monte Cassino in 1944, Wojtek began using his bulk to transport artillery shells and ammo to soldiers engaged in combat. They had a fucking resupply bear. For his bravery, he was promoted to the rank of corporal, and the 22nd changed their insignia to a bear carrying an artillery shell. This absolute unit smoked, drank, and dropped artillery on the Nazis. But crocodiles are just dinosaurs that
Oh, man. Kiwi.
This bird... Koalas are really...
I want the kiwi.
This bird has to rearrange its organs and skeleton just to lay an egg.
This cute little guy is the kiwi bird, a species of ratite native to New Zealand this time.
An egg.
This cute little guy is the kiwi bird, a species of ratite native to New Zealand this guy is the kiwi...
Kiwi birds eating kiwis. New term of cannibalism.
bird, a species of ratite native to New Zealand this time, and the absolute poster child for getting cucked by evolution. You see, this walking featherball is actually directly related to the emu, ostrich, and cassowary, being a member of the same family of flightless birds. However, there is a problem. You see, the rest of the Kiwis' bloodline actually looked up a build guide before picking their stat spread, and as such made sure to trade the whole flying thing for something useful. With all of his cousins specking into speed, size, and some kind of offensive capability. So that leaves the question, what did the Kiwi pick to make up for not flying? Absolutely f***ing nothing. Kiwis are tiny in comparison to their relatives, coming in at only 4 kilos in weight and 50 centimeters tall. This is because Kiwis evolved largely on an island with no natural predators, so they downsized and traded out the knife feet and bloodlust for just being a little guy with a good attitude, which honestly worked pretty well for them, until the British did British things, and now they have to deal with cats and dogs trying to eat them. And considering this build was not designed for PvP, they have been clapped so hard by invasive species that they are now unfortunately an endangered animal. But getting shafted by the British is just the beginning of the generational violation of the Kiwi, because these poor feathered fruits can't even reproduce without getting f***ed over. You see, the Kiwi bird's cousins are famous for laying huge eggs. I'm talking hit your protein macros in one meal-sized eggs. And you would think that is because they are large. And you would be wrong. Because their vertically challenged cousins have to lay eggs the same size. A Kiwi bird lays eggs 20% the size of their body. With the egg being so bloody large, it rearranges their internal organs and stretches their...
Jeez. Ow, that's my foot. Yeah. British came along, did British things. Yeah, it's a shame the Kiwi. I mean, at least it's not extinct like the dodo. The dodo was really dumb.
Rib cage just to be able to hold the thing. For reference, that is like a human giving birth to a 15-kilo child. That's not a bun in the oven anymore. That's a whole f***ing bakery. I ate lunch with a wild lizard. You see, before I made the videos, I worked as a handyman, and one day a client asked me to do some brush cutting because their lawn was, putting it lightly, completely f***ed. So I'm taming a miniaturized version of the Amazon jungle, and I see something that nearly gives me a heart attack. A big lump of scales slithering through the brush about 2 steps ahead of me. Being Australian, I immediately assumed it was a snake, which is a problem, because the only 2 snakes in my home state are highly venomous and extremely aggressive. So I immediately stopped what I was doing, backed the f*** up, and got ready to call in the snake catcher to relocate the angry hospital noodle. Help me. However, while dialing the number, I noticed something. It was kind of too fat to be a snake, and it hadn't tried to eat me yet. So, being the poster child for why women live longer than men, I waddled back over for a closer look, and I found this little guy. This is a blue-tongue lizard, and they're actually pretty cool. Native to Australia, these bad boys are basically a tubby skink, but as the name suggests, they have a bright blue neon tongue. Now, I couldn't just leave this distinguished gentleman in harm's way, so I yoinked him and began looking for a place to relocate him away from where I was working. However, during the relocation process, this cute little man proceeded to cuddle up to my shirt and fall asleep, and did not particularly appreciate me trying to move him from his resting place. So, considering it was the middle of the day, I just said, fuck it, called a lunch break, and proceeded to sit in the sun eating a chicken sandwich while Godzilla's little cousin took a nap on him. However, unfortunately, I was only halfway through my workday, so after I wrapped up lunch, I had to say goodbye. I very delicately removed my new scaled friend from my shirt and released him back into the wild.
Alrighty, big fella. Off you go. Back into the bushes. There you go. See you, friend.
I think this incident legally qualifies me as the first Australian Disney princess. Stepping on this rock could straight up paralyze you. That's because This isn't actually a rock. That is a stonefish, a species of underwater menace native to Australia. And coming as a surprise to absolutely no one, it is also the most venomous fish in the ocean. Because of course it is. As if the f***ing snakes and spiders weren't enough, now I can get packed up by a pet rock. But why is this Pokemon reject such a threat to my mental health? Well, you see, stonefish use their special venom for defense. However, unlike most other animals that do this little f***er doesn't have the decency to dress like a neon sign to warn you. No, 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 no. This bastard is a 6th prestige prop hunt veteran, having evolved some of the most impressive camouflage in the animal kingdom to make hunting easier. And once they've set themselves up, they are basically indistinguishable from Patrick Starr's house. Now, this is a fairly major problem as they love to live in the shallows on the beach, and that venom we talked about earlier is stored in these 13 giant, highly toxic spines that deliver venom when pressed on. You can probably see where I'm going with this. Considering it's hard enough to spot these things while you're paying attention, if you were, say, on a romantic walk along the beach with one of the homies, and while distracted by his ethereal beauty, weren't paying too much attention to where you were walking, it would be very easy to place your foot in the wrong spot and step directly onto 13 hypodermic needles, which would then deliver a ginormous dose of neurotoxin straight into your system. Oh, you thought it was normal venom? No. You see, these things maxed out the toxin skill tree, producing a mixture of 2 neurotoxins that can flatline you by collapsing your heart and lungs in under an hour. And even if you survive, the sting still causes extreme pain, swelling, and tissue necrosis. Because this is Australia, where even the f***ing scenery is trying to want
What is up with Australia? Bro's playing ETS too? I just love looking at the stream, just news chat, wholesome. These animals are goddamn dangerous. You think?
Kangaroos can and will beat you up. That's right, just because it's not venomous doesn't mean it can't knock you on your ass, and Australia's most iconic marsupial can do just that. Because they are way bigger than you think they are. With our biggest species of roo coming in at a ridiculous 2.8 meters in length. And with the iconic hop, they've got a vertical jump of 3 meters. I mean, honestly, with a stat spread like that, they don't belong in the outback, they belong on a f***ing NBA court. As if that wasn't enough, they're also built like tanks, weighing in at a full 90 kilos of roid-raging rabbit muscle, and being able to move way faster than anything that heavy has any right to, pegging the speedo at a max of 70k an hour. Meaning if you make them angry, a juiced up rat the size of a small car is going to run your ass down and beat the f***ing brakes off you. And I'm not kidding when I say they really will rock your shit, because roos are professional kickboxers, with males routinely fighting MMA to win female attention. When they fight, kangaroos will lean back on their tails as a stabilizer and immediately start scratching and kicking the ever-loving shit out of one another. And those kicks have enough force to crack bone. And as if getting drop-kicked by a muscled marsupial wasn't bad enough, they also for some reason have the same bite force as a grizzly bear, because why not? Now, even with all of this, there are still animals stupid enough to view a roo as lunch, which brings me to the most terrifying thing that they do. When threatened, kangaroos will hop into a body of water and wait for whatever is chasing them to follow them in. Once the predator enters the water, the kangaroo will wrap its arms around their neck and just straight up drown them. What the f***, man? I share a country with psychopathic tren rats. Oh!
Yeah, that's just messed up.
Australia has just found zombified bugs.
That's right, we are closer to the Walking Dead Down Under than you think. You see, just recently, a scientist by the name of Dr. Francois Broussard made a trek out to the remote savannah of the Northern Territory, with the goal of finding and cataloguing brand new species of insect unknown to science. I mean, me personally, I think we've found more than enough bugs, especially considering that half of them can send me directly into the f***ing soil. But what do I know, right? Anyway, on his trip to the middle of nowhere, he stumbled across a colony of spiny savanna ants, which is a pretty normal thing to find out there. However, getting closer, he noticed something a little off. You see, the main ant colony was fine, completely normal. However, the several disfigured and deformed ant corpses clamped onto shoots of grass surrounding the colony like a Bug's Life version of Vlad the Inhaler, yeah, those were significantly less normal. Broussard, mildly unsettled by the ant gore on his timeline, took samples for inspection and upon getting a closer look, realised something both really cool and really spooky. The ants had been overtaken by fungus. Big old red ones. More accurately, a previously unknown strain of the cordyceps fungus, infamous around the globe for its ability to create zombie bugs. And the way it does it is unbelievably horrific. You see, strain of the cordyceps fungus, infamous around the globe for its ability to create zombie.
I did not think that was a spider. I thought that was like just as a plant or something. Oh, that's... Oh. Yeah, Australia is a whole different world.
Bugs. And the way it does it is unbelievably horrific. You see, it begins with a spore landing on an ant and producing a thin, rope-like strand that penetrates and attaches to their exoskeleton. Yeah. At which point, the ant gets a little timer on his hotbar, counting down to a family reunion with his ancestors. Once inside, the fungus begins to take control of the ant's body and brain function, completely changing their behaviour, replacing their colony-focused mindset with one single goal: climb. Its fungus-riddled mind drags its rapidly deteriorating body to the closest high point, which is usually a plant, with its final act being to clamp its mandibles onto the stem in a death grip, finally succumbing to the infection and being completely consumed, its corpse blossoming into a fully grown cordyceps fungus and raining down spores onto the rest of the colony to continue the cycle of infection. Now look, I know this fungus is found elsewhere in the world, but it's a new strain and it was found in Australia. With my luck, I'm going to be playing The Last of Us against couch-sized spiders within the fucking week.
Why is Australia like this? I mean, they are technically closer to the Walking Dead Down Under update then. Komodo.
Komodo dragons are horror villains. I mean, seriously, this industrial-sized lizard is easily one of the biggest assholes in the animal kingdom when it comes to hunting methods, packing a PhD in suffering and a double degree in biological warfare purely because they cannot be expending effort to hunt. You see, Godzilla's little cousin here is the largest lizard in the world, weighing up to 166 kilos and being a full 3.13 meters in length, which means, for the short kings in my audience, if you're brave enough, banger motor transport right there. Now, being the reptile equivalent of a Cadillac Escalade means that the Komodo dragon needs to consume a lot of calories to keep that bulk going. However, rather than using that bulk to proactively chase down and body slam its prey, they can take down prey 3 times their size, because as if being a reptilian tank was not enough, they are also venomous. And this isn't just your run-of-the-mill snake venom that, you know, gives you a nice quick 15-minute death. No. A Komodo hunt starts with it running up to its prey and giving it a nice big chomp on the leg.
injecting it with hemorrhagic venom. After biting, the Komodo dragon off and just sits there watching. The confused and bewildered animal runs off into the forest, leaking blood, allowing that Komodo dragon to track it like a DoorDash order. A week goes by, and that bite wound isn't closing because hemorrhagic venom prevents blood clots. So, the animal is still slowly bleeding out, and the Komodo is still watching. More time passes. That bite wound gets infected because Komodos are carrion feeders, meaning that the inside of their mouth is full of enough rotting flesh and bacteria to give Asmongold a run for his money. The infection begins to drain the animal's strength, and the Komodo is still watching. Another week passes. The infection has spread, and the flesh has begun to rot. And you best believe that ass lizard is still there watching like he's waiting for his meal to heat up in the microwave. Once the bleeding, disease-ridden animal becomes too exhausted to move on its own and collapses, the
this is where that part happens.
Komodo strolls over and eats it alive, shredding it into chunks if it's larger, or if it's small enough, swallowing it whole as it screams on the way down. Even for me, man, that's fucked. Komodo dragons are...
Oh, God. That's Australia for you. Meanwhile, the Qatar is just as dangerous. Neil is just stupid.
Scientists just de-extincted a 12,000-year-old dog. Well, kinda. You see, a bioengineering company called Colossal has dedicated itself to doing what every single Jurassic Park film has told us is a bad idea. Bringing back extinct species. And recently, they made a breakthrough. They have managed to bring back the 12,000-year-old direwolf. You know those big-ass puppies from Game of Thrones that the Starks had? Yeah, those were actually a real-ass animal, alive during the late Ice Age. And the best way I can describe them to you is, basically a wolf on steroids. Yeah, buddy! These things were bigger, faster, and stronger, estimated to have the highest bite force out of any canine. And in a move that I'm sure has no implications, they have managed to bring these bad boys back to life. These two little guys are now 6 months old and have been living on a private plot of land with 24/7 veterinary care. However, they've only just been shown off to the public, with the company going so far as to get a photo op with George R.R. Martin holding one of these adorable little killing machines, showing that man will literally interact with an extinct species before he finishes that last book. There is, however, one small problem. This isn't technically a direwolf. You see, by merit of them being extinct, short of specking into necromancy, you can't exactly bring them back. Which is where this guy comes in. You see, the grey wolf shares 99.5% of its genetic code with the direwolf. So, using CRISPR gene editing, they basically toss the grey wolf back into the spore creature creator, then using the code found in direwolf fossils as a build guide, juiced the out of it, boosting the size slider and putting some extra points into strength, as well as adjusting its head shape and teeth. All in all, they made a total of 20 edits to 14 genes, producing the closest thing we can get to a direwolf short of time travel. Which is cool as I give it 5 years before a man-made horror beyond comprehension breaks out of that f***ing lab and we are all playing Resident Evil.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Australia is
this
just home
wasp
to
is
nightmare
basically
fuels.
a xenomorph. Introducing the tarantula hawk wasp, possibly one of the most nightmare-inducing insects on the planet. And the reason it's such a threat to your mental health is because its hunting and reproduction strategy is ripped straight from Ellen Ripley's autobiography. But before we get to the strats, you're gonna have to learn a little bit about it first. Native to Australia, because of course it fucking is, this fucker is the largest wasp on the planet, coming in at a massive 2.5 inches. Which, I mean, boys, we would all agree, well above average, right? Huge. And this is probably the most effective 2 inches has ever been because it has the second most painful sting of any insect on the planet, coming in just barely behind the bullet ant. Pack and a half-inch stinger with a potent venom that has been described as blinding, debilitating, I can't move my arm, and electric. Now, the size and poison aren't just for nothing, because as the name tarantula hawk wasp suggests, they are purpose-built, genetically perfect killing machines designed specifically to violate spiders, making Australia basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for them. But they don't just execute the spiders. No, that'd be too normal. Hawk wasps use spiders to reproduce in one of the most horrific ways possible. And that all starts with a female hawk wasp hunting down a tarantula. As the buff bulking spider takes a wrong turn down a dark alley, the hawk wasp, noticing the 8 sets of TNs on his feet, proceeds to fucking jump him, flying down from above to land a sting into the spider's abdomen, instantly and permanently paralysing it. The Bug Harbour butcher then proceeds to drag the still completely conscious and aware spider into an isolated kill room, which is where the fucked up part really begins. Because our wasp isn't hungry, it's pregnant, and proceeds to lay its egg on the paralysed spider's abdomen. After about 3 to 4 days, that egg hatches into a larvae. A very, very hungry larvae. Fortunately, there's a whole bunch of fresh fruit right here underneath them. That food being the still paralysed, still very conscious and aware spider. The larvae burrows into the spider's abdomen and gets to work converting it into a KFC family bucket, consuming it from the inside out, purposely avoiding vital organs to keep the food nice and fresh. After it's done consuming a living being, the larvae breaks forth from the demolished corpse like a fucking chestburster and fucks off to continue the generational arachnid violation. Anywho, good luck getting any sleep tonight.
Why is everything in Australia? Fuck. Why? Why on earth is the world like, oh yeah, Australia is the perfect place to test a lot of deadly animals. We'll just keep them there for all eternity. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. That is just just messed up. Thing is, you got territory, you got absolute idiots, you got weird, you got certified moments, you got plants, invisible creatures, dead ones, brain dead cuteness, dirty campers, things pertaining to be armies but aren't armies, and all that, and yeah, the wombat one is funny.
Wombats defend themselves by throwing it back. But to understand how the fuck they actually do it, you're gonna need to learn a little bit about them first. You see, Australia is home to 3 species of these bad boys, all of them equally adorable, and very importantly, all being burrowers, meaning they dig out a nice little hole for themselves and the family to live in, because, like the rest of us, they can't afford a fucking house in this economy, man. They go to around 1.3 metres in length, but despite being small, they are built like fucking tanks,
weighing in at a chunky ass 35 kilos, but despite their weight, I shit you not, they have a top speed of 40k an hour. Now, the fact that they can nearly get booked in a school zone, coupled with them being a tank class marsupial, forms the start of their defense strategy. So you see, a fun fact about wombat anatomy is they spect all their defense points into their ass. Rather than having fat and muscle, a wombat's cheeks are made out of 4 thick plates of fused cartilage, making it extremely solid. And this Kevlar BBL allows for the fucking funniest defense mechanism I have ever seen on an animal. Basically, if a predator tracks down Mr. Wombat to his burrow, it'll stick its head in and start trying to dig him out. In response, the wombat will line his ass up with the tunnel door, chuck the gear shifter into reverse, and fucking floor it backwards up the tunnel into his aggressor, slamming his ass into its head. The impact then squashes the predator between his steel cheeks and the roof of the burrow, straight up crushing its skull like a Mortal Kombat fatality. I cannot make this shit up.
Wombats are...
There was a big ass huntsman that used to live in my house, and I'm gonna be honest, dude, I kind of just let him hang out.
He ain't f***ing small. I'll tell you that much. There's a huntsman, and they...
I was quite happy to let him just chill, because I never saw a f***ing mosquito or a fly in that house. So he was paying rent in his own way, you know? There was a...
Absolutely. Yeah.
This bird can straight hit you with a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Finish him!
Introducing the cassowary, a species of ratite native to the land down under. And for once, guys, it's not venomous. Can still flatline you though, and I'm going to tell you how. You see, these neon chickens belong to the same family of birds as the emu, and as such share their impressive size, coming in at a solid 79 kilos and growing up to 6 feet tall, meaning the short kings in my audience could, in theory, mount these things like a chocobo. But what makes them stick out from emus? Well, you see, the cassowary is basically a spec ops emu, being twice the weight, highly territorial, and most importantly, coming with a combat knife strapped to their foot. That's right, this is a cassowary claw, and it's the reason they can hit you with a fighting game finisher. You see, these claws are a full 5 inches long. And you know, I mean, honestly, 5 inches, way too big for anything, and especially for something that's going inside me. And if you anger the tactical assault turkey, that is exactly what you're gonna get, as their go-to defense method is to kick you square in the gut with that kitchen knife and attempt to disembowel you. And I mean, even if the kick doesn't put your insides on the outsides, that kick is still going to send you flying, which can cause some fairly major problems. Problems like the incident that occurred in 2012, where I you not, a cassowary ran up behind a random tourist, hit the heavy attack button, and kicked the guy down a small cliff into the ocean. I mean, luckily he survived, but the fact that I live in a country where at any point I could be hit with a sneak attack by a kaiju turkey is terrifying. This...
Think about it. I've been in live for almost 2 hours. I need to get my lunch, so I'm gonna like end the stream, but not without doing a little 15-minute raid to someone else who is streaming, who actually raided me, I think, earlier today. You might remember. So, Mason, since it's just you and me, go over and say Oliver raid, but don't spam it. But first of all, let me just double check that is actually the right link, because I do not want to get this link wrong. Copy. Paste. Right. Yep, that is the right link. Let's raid! Let's raid, Mason. We raiding! Yeah. Yeah. What a way to end.